In the fall of 1982, a wave of terror swept through the Chicago metropolitan area as 7 people, ranging in age from 12 to 35, died suddenly and inexplicably. What initially appeared to be a bizarre coincidence quickly evolved into a nationwide panic and one of the most infamous unsolved crimes in American history, the Chicago Tylenol murders. On the morning of September 29, 1982, 12-year-old Mary Kellerman of Elk Grove Village woke up feeling ill. Her parents gave her a capsule of extra-strength Tylenol, a common over-the-counter pain reliever. Within hours, she was dead. Later that same day, 27-year-old postal worker Adam Janus collapsed and died after taking Tylenol for chest pain. As friends and family gathered at his home, his brother Stanley and sister-in-law Teresa also took Tylenol from the same bottle, and both died. It wasn't long before investigators uncovered a chilling pattern. Each of the victims had ingested Tylenol capsules that had been laced with potassium cyanide, a lethal poison that kills within minutes. In total, 7 people died within just 3 days, all in the Chicago area. As the horrifying news broke, panic set in across the country. Shelves were cleared of Tylenol products. Pharmacies, hospitals, and law enforcement scrambled to respond. Johnson & Johnson, the manufacturer of Tylenol, issued a nationwide recall of over 31 million bottles, costing the company more than $100 million. The company's response was swift and widely praised. They issued public warnings, offered exchanges for any Tylenol products, and introduced tamper-evident packaging, a move that would eventually become the industry standard. Despite the rapid response and intense scrutiny, the person or persons responsible for the poisonings were never caught. Investigators determined that the tampering had occurred after the products left the factory, most likely at retail stores. Someone had removed the Tylenol capsules from the shelves, filled them with cyanide, and then returned the tainted bottles to be sold to unsuspecting customers. A suspect, James William Lewis, emerged after he sent a letter to Johnson & Johnson demanding $1 million to stop the killings. He was convicted of extortion and served 13 years in prison, but was never charged with the actual murders due to lack of evidence directly tying him to the poisonings. Though the case remains officially unsolved, the ramifications of the Tylenol murders were profound. They led to sweeping changes in federal regulations, including the 1983 enactment of the Federal Anti-Tampering Act, which made it a federal offense to tamper with consumer products. Manufacturers introduced tamper-evident seals, blister packs, and other safety features now ubiquitous in pharmaceutical and food packaging. Johnson & Johnson's crisis management became a textbook example in public relations, showing the importance of transparency, responsibility, and consumer safety in corporate responses to tragedy. Over 4 decades later, the Chicago Tylenol murders continue to haunt investigators and the public alike. Despite countless leads, tips, and theories, the case remains unsolved. The killer or killers have never been brought to justice, and the motive remains as mysterious as the method was terrifying. The victims, Mary Kellerman, Adam Janus, Stanley Janus, Teresa Janus, Mary McFarland, Paula Prince, and Mary Reiner, are remembered not only for the horror of their deaths, but for the sweeping changes their murders triggered. Their tragic stories serve as a sobering reminder of how an anonymous act of malice can ripple across a nation and forever change the way we live. If you have any information about the Tylenol murders, the FBI still urges tips via its Chicago field office. Stick around for more. It's KeysDAN, RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com. Peace. I'm out of here.